Scary Jet.
Welcome back to the 10th episode. Woo!
And I'm back.
Not fully qualified, and Taylor's back for our 10th episode, which is kind of huge because my podcasting coach says that 10 episodes is when the podcast fade happens. Pod fade, apparently, is a thing when most people stop recording for whatever reason or give up. So we made it. We're pushing through. So I'm Sarah.
I'm Taylor.
And this podcast is all about getting real, about navigating adulthood, career changes, getting married, building a life together, and fully owning that neither of us have basically anything figured out. But we're figuring it out together.
And sorry, our pets are really active right now, so if they cause a distraction, sorry.
Apologies. Or if you want to check our pets out, you can watch us on our YouTube channel.
Ooh.
Or watch the little video on Spotify. I don't know how big that plays,
But we do have a Halloween cat featured tonight, Jet.
yes, this is his season.
This is his shining season where he is the most popular animal we have.
He was already rearranging where this little lantern was. Halloween feng shui. So this is our wedding week, which is crazy. It's finally here.
How many
Can't believe it.
How many years has this been leading up to?
Well, we've been together for 6 years. We got engaged.
July of 24?
July? We were in Europe.
Oh, wait, no. April.
Yeah.
Sorry. April of 24.
You said that pretty confident. April of 2024, so it's been about a year and a half. And then we probably more actively were looking for our wedding venue about a year ago. So, and then we locked in our venue, I think it was around Christmas time. So it's been pretty much a whole year that we've been kind of planning it. So really excited to see it come to fruition and hopefully all of the vibes that I was trying to intentionally create come through. I am proud of myself because I'm trying to be proactive and I started packing today, which I always say I'm going to start packing and then I never do it until the night of and then I get really stressed and I'm like, why did I do this when I said I wasn't going to do this? So I've learned my lesson.
I, on the other hand, probably won't pack until Thursday night.
Yeah. But you're a guide. I put more of the bigger things on my list, like remembering to bring the rings and the marriage license and...
I don't even know where the marriage license is right now.
Exactly. Exactly. So I have kind of like that bigger stuff. There is a good amount still that's going to have to be left for a little bit closer. Since we're bringing waffles, we have to bring a lot of her stuff. And...
Oh, I didn't even remember like the kennel that we had to
Yeah.
pack up, and that's going to take up so much space in the car.
Yeah, which is a good thing that my parents took down some of the decor when they were here. And your mom actually, if we figure anything out for her to bring, so they can bring it, but they're leaving midday Thursday. So I think hopefully we'll have enough room. ...
We should.
Right now it's not too crazy what I've been laying out, and I still have a good amount of space to consolidate. So we'll see when I'm close.
Question, how full is the car going to be? Is there going to be enough space for waffles?
I mean, she might be definitely...
Actually, reframe that. How big of a suitcase are you bringing down for the Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday?
So I just have the regular...
So Friday,
mid-size.
Saturday night, or 3 nights, 4 days. How big of a suitcase are you
Right
bringing?
now I have the mid-size suitcase.
How
It's not
many
totally
suitcases
full.
are you bringing?
So far it's just that, but I have a lot of bags and boxes. So I have to lay it out and see what I can consolidate.
So we're getting past capacity on the one suitcase that you're bringing?
I mean, it's for sure more than one suitcase. Definitely. I mean, Waffles herself is going to have her folded crate. She's going to have a whole bag because we have to bring all of her food, her treats, all the things. For us, we have I kept all of the guys' ties because I didn't want anyone to forget it. So they'll just be in our getting ready room. So we have like a bag of that, which we can consolidate with other stuff if needed. But I just kind of have it all out. And I have some outfits, but they kind of need to be like more ideally hung, even though I haven't bothered to steam them yet, but just so that they're not extra, extra, extra wrinkly, because they already are pretty wrinkly. And I didn't have good luck yesterday with a dress that I tried to steam. Somehow it got more wrinkles.
You probably should have taken it to the dry cleaner.
Probably, but I was just trying to just do it myself because it didn't seem like it was that bad. And then somehow I got more wrinkles, and the gun that I was trying to use to fix something that my cousin told me to get, it's like a sewing gun, and it puts a little needle through, and then it puts the little plastic tag, almost like the plastic that's with the price tags.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of a T shape on each end. So it does that, but it's shorter, so it can fix things to it. And the gun jammed pretty much immediately. So I had to order another one, which is coming tomorrow. And then if that doesn't work, then I have to figure something else out. So
what are the reviews on this gun? Does it work?
Really good, but they put a thing in that says you have to email them if the gun gets jammed. I emailed them, and I still haven't heard back anything. So, and I'm also like,
awesome customer service.
I'm also like, I kind of just need a new gun.
Yeah.
Because there's a second metal piece by the needle that I think maybe pushes off the plastic part or something like that, and it got stuck out. And you can kind of push it in, but it doesn't work. It still doesn't work properly.
So they already knew that the gun jammed, so they preemptively said, if the gun jams, email us.
It was like, if any of these things happen, email us. So they must know that happens.
Right.
But yeah, I think maybe because I'm trying to do it at a seam, and so there's kind of a lot of fabric right there, but that's kind of where it needs to be. And so the needle went through, but I think maybe it just wasn't enough. It was too thick for everything.
Not enough horsepower.
Maybe. So things like that, just small details and of course, even the smallest things sometimes are the most difficult. So right now actually the suitcase is not very full, but I have a lot of bags just out. So we'll see how much I end up with. It's tough because
I say 3 bags.
Because we're having it in San Diego, it's also tough because you're like, what if I need this? What if I need this? What if I need this? So you want to be prepared, but you also don't want to go too crazy. It's just hard to find that balance.
Well, I appreciate you making my packing list.
Yes, made you a packing list. If I think of anything else, I'll keep adding to it. Like I said, I have all the harder stuff. Yours is pretty much just your clothes.
As long as you put boxers on there, because I usually forget. Actually, boxers and belt. Those are like the 2 things I usually forget.
I did put a belt twice.
Nice.
One for your suit.
That's in the bag. Yeah. Good.
And then one for Friday, the rehearsal dinner. In case that's different, which it probably will be.
Perfect.
And then...
Good looking, babe.
Yes, and then underwear and socks.
Nice. Good looking.
The most important things. And your suit.
Good looking.
So it's kind of crazy. Let's see. Today's Tuesday. We're getting married Saturday. So we're only a few days out. And some of my friends, like my parents, are already down there because they've been...
No turning back. You can bail now if you want. I won't get mad.
You can't bail. I know where you live. Right, Waffles?
Waffles and I will sail into the sunset.
Find you.
We'll sail into the sunset. You can take Jinx and Jet.
We'll find you.
You just burp in my face.
You want to go with me anyways. So, and then my best friends are headed down tomorrow night. And then some of our other friends and family are headed down Thursday. So we're not leaving till Friday, which I think I'm going to have a little FOMO that people are getting there before us. But...
Well, we're the most important people, so...
We are. But yeah, I'll have a little FOMO that everyone's already headed down there. And then just ironing out some small details with the venue and the wedding planner. I think the timeline's pretty much done. It's been shared. we were debating about having our rehearsal, like our, sorry, not our rehearsal, our welcome event at this dog beach. So I hope that it's good enough because I really don't want to have to try to contact people and change it at this point. So we'll let you know how that goes. But I mean, the plan was we didn't really have that much budget for anything bigger than that. Like, we'll have some light snacks and water. And then we also wanted to try our waffles out. And since my aunt's watching her during the rehearsal and the rehearsal dinner. And we also just wanted an extra opportunity to be able to see family and friends a little bit more if they care to join.
Well, we have 80 something people coming.
Yeah,
I don't think people like realize that this is not like a formal event.
Yeah, which I don't feel like is my fault because it literally, the name says dog beach, and then in my whole description I say this is a dog beach. Come if you're welcome to come if you want.
I feel like
Totally
people thought this
optional.
is like an event
I
of
said
the
it's
wedding.
light snacks and water. I wrote that. So if people didn't read that, I don't really feel like that's my fault. And also, if they come and see, because my parents were not that excited about it, they don't think it's as good as a beach in Hawaii. They don't think it has enough benches and shade and all of this stuff. But I'm like, it's a no frill. It's a dog beach. It's no frills. It's literally just a piece of beach that dogs run around on and poop and pee on. It's like, it's not. It's not going to be the classiest beach, but I feel like if people just even want to stop
We have
by
how
for
many
5
total
minutes,
guests are coming to the wedding? Like 140 or
140.
something? And we had 88 people.
81 said yes. So even if they stop by for 5 minutes and decide it's not for them, I feel like that's totally fine.
57% of the wedding is going to that.
Yeah, but like, we'll see who actually shows up. I don't feel like
I think everyone's going to show up.
I don't know about that. I don't think as many people are going to show up. But again, they might just stop by and realize I don't really want to sit on the sand on a towel.
So if anyone watches this on Wednesday or Thursday and has been to Del Mar Dog Beach, let us know in the comments if it's going to be an 80-person,
Well, it's on a flow. We're going to be there for a couple hours.
So anyways, let us know if you.
We thought about transitioning to a park, but a lot of them you have to have permits for, and they state it right on the sign, so it's very obvious. And they were over $1,000 to get a permit, so we were like, let's just try the dog beach.
Waffles is super obsessed with her acorn right now.
That's her favorite toy. Well, that was her favorite toy for a long time. It's funny how she just gets on these kicks where for a couple months she's obsessed with one toy and then moves on to a different one. So what would you say, what are you most excited about for the wedding?
I'm most excited to marry you. Secondly, most excited to have all of our friends, family in one spot for X amount of hours, because today that doesn't happen. Yeah. Especially with how busy our friends are with their own families, and even my own family's busy, and your family's obviously out of state. So I'm excited to hang out with them for the weekend. I'm excited for you to.
Crazy to look out and see.
I'm excited for you to finally be Grace with the Harlambos last name. And I'm most excited to hear what you have to say for your vows.
Speaking of,
I got my vows done.
Hey.
I got my vows done. Sarah was pestering me for months.
I think I finished mine 2 or 3 months ago.
I told you I'd get them done.
So, true Taylor fashion, pretty much finished it at literally the last weekend he possibly could. You're working this whole week, you're not going to be able to.
Did I get them done?
Yeah, so you got it done, thankfully. Down to the wire. I mean, I think you did it on Sunday, which was literally the last.
And let me tell you, my opening is.
You're going to crush it?
Chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. I think the crowd's going to laugh. I think you're going to laugh. You're going to cry. The crowd may cry. And your dad is definitely going to say, that was neat.
That's one of my dad's catchphrases is neat.
Neat.
Well, I hope I get a few laughs in mine. I thought I thought I made a couple of good jokes. I also thought about giving one of my bridesmaids a sign that says applause or a laugh. So it's a good idea. So I can make sure it hit, but hopefully people get my humor.
How many times have you gone over yours?
Mm,
I've probably gone over mine a total of 4 times.
So I had written notes over the past, I don't know, at least probably since the beginning of the year, just a couple ideas that I definitely wanted to convey. And then when I sat down to write, it actually only took me like 20 minutes, especially having kind of those ideas. And then I probably edited it probably not majorly, but just tweaking it probably 3 or 4 times. And I actually haven't read them in the last week. I think the last time I rehearsed it was sometime last week. I think I want to read it one more time just to get a little bit of flow. You don't want it to be too overly rehearsed. I wish I could memorize it, but I don't want to put that pressure on myself. And especially because I get nervous public speaking. So what I did do was we got these little vow books because I think those photograph a lot better than a crinkled up piece of paper or a phone. And so I got these little vow books and I typed mine up because I will admit sometimes even for me, if I'm trying to read fast, my handwriting's a little hard to read.
Very hard to read. Are you kidding me? I can't read it. Like, it takes me a long time to read your handwriting.
It's a little cursive-y looking.
It's made up cursive. It's not. It's
cursive.
not legitimate cursive.
It is made up cursive. It's my own font.
Yes.
So I typed it out. Made it in a good sized font that I can read, and then taped it into the vow book so that it's only 2 pages. I can read it pretty quickly. I can read it easily, but it still, again, photographs pretty well. And so I want to practice it one more time, and I might even add little highlighter marks to remind myself to pause and breathe because I can see myself just going, being nervous and wanting to get over with. So hopefully I can execute it well. But I'm excited to hear yours. I'm glad I'm going first. So
what? You're going first?
Yeah, I already locked this in.
How did you get that decided?
Because I told Danny that, and that was my decision a long time ago.
How am I going to get weigh in on this?
Because I get nervous while speaking, so I said I want to go first. I'll get mine over with.
That's lame. There's no vote on this. You're lucky. You're lucky I love you.
I mean, I said it in front of you when we were talking to Danny about his.
Yeah, but I don't think I was listening.
Is that on me?
Anyways,
so,
what are you most excited about?
I would say the first 2 for sure the same. So obviously excited to get married to you. It's been a good time in the making.
Are you good with my last name spelling?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
I feel like I had to write it more than you have in the last year with the name cards for your whole family, with different things that we've had to do for the wedding. So yeah, I'm good with it. I haven't practiced my new signature or anything like that, but that'll have to be next, as well as going through the nightmare that is changing your name.
That has to happen like fast because we're going on our honeymoon. Hopefully,
I'm a little bit nervous about that now. Cross that bridge next, but I'm excited to see it all come together. I'm excited to see, hopefully, everything I envisioned, from the florals to the small details with the signage that my mom and I made.
Hopefully the centerpieces are immaculate and they're not like the example that we were given that one time.
I mean, they better not. I was going to lose my shit. I was like, we have to work with this florist, so how can I be nice but tell her I absolutely hate everything about this?
The staging design of her centerpiece that she sent us to begin with
looked amazing.
Yeah.
The florals looked amazing. I asked for another one that's a little bit more of a rustic, because we're sort of having a fall rustic theme. So has some wood slabs, has the eucalyptus, has some floating candles, different types of votives. And then thankfully we got these little bud vases that will have a little bit of floral, so there'll be little pops of color. But yeah, the original, we saw the florals during our tasting, and I was like, these are amazing. This is even better than I was picturing. And then she later sent me the other, I think they call it a vignette or something like that, but the other centerpiece, and it looked like a
It was just very
5-year-old made it from
minimalist.
Joanne
Yeah,
Fabrics
yeah.
or something. Like it was
Like, I don't want to bash
one wood
her,
slab.
but
It was like 2 pieces of eucalyptus,
yeah.
and then it was also hard to tell because it was on a
Silver
metal
table. Yeah,
table,
metal table.
no white tablecloth, no round table. Like it was hard to determine the size of it as well. But then, and so then, thankfully, when she showed me another picture with 2 slabs, more eucalyptus, the bud vase, I'm like, okay, that's a lot better. And then I was like, is it too much to ask to have even more? I want more full of eucalyptus. And then she's like, oh, yeah. We're totally going to do that. We just did it for this little mock up. I'm like, okay, well, that'd be helpful to know before I completely freaked out on you. So I have high hopes, though. I have high hopes because the florals did look amazing. So I hope that she comes through with that. And so, I mean, from that to seeing them in person to like the food was amazing that we tasted. So I hope it's still on point. The desserts that we tasted were amazing. I'm excited to try even more of them. The music.
Are we having
that I
dessert?
curated-
More dessert that we didn't taste?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we probably only tried about half.
Wow.
Yeah. And pro tip.
And which place did we find out? Which place did we end up going with?
I know her name was Aubrey.
Was it the one where it was like in the back of the
I
alleyway?
think it's Heritage. Yeah, Heritage.
That one was like in that
Desserts,
parking lot, the
Yes,
ghost
so They just
kitchen.
have they just have like a kitchen basically.
Yeah, okay.
But
That place
storefront.
was good. Yeah,
So good.
that place was legit.
Yeah, that's the one that we ate at like 8 a.m. We're
Yeah.
like, yeah, this is amazing.
Yeah,
And
we
they
were
had that
throwing
really
down
nice
we were
cake.
throwing down a dessert party tray at 8 a.m. in the morning. Tasting.
Because you have to eat it fresh. Gotta eat it fresh. And they had the cake night late. Remember they had that cake displayed so nicely. It was like these little cake slices
Yeah.
all stacked together, and
Yeah.
oh, it was so good. So I'm really excited to eat more of it. And the pro tip is to have whoever is helping you with your wedding planner or whoever save some of the desserts for you for later, because especially if we don't get a chance, we're too busy dancing.
Oh, I'm getting a chance.
I mean, Taylor makes time. I'm notorious for forgetting to eat.
I will go to the
I
dessert
just get
table
too
before
caught
people
up
are
in the
even allowed to
party.
go to the dessert table.
Yeah, I get too caught up in the party. Taylor has to remind me to eat. So
Listen, that's
Pro
not gonna
tip.
be a
same with
like was it Emmerich's? Yeah, Emmerich's wedding where they had the dessert bar right next to our table,
Yeah.
and I like jumped
you
up
were the
there.
first
Yeah, 'cause it was like.
I don't even know if it was open.
And then it got ransacked,
Yeah,
and people were like, "Oh, why
They
couldn't I
wanted
get this?" And I was like,
macarons.
"I got one."
Yeah, you were the first one.
I was like,
you're
"Come
not shy
on,
about that.
I'm not shy about missing dessert. That's the whole point of a wedding,
Yeah.
dessert.
Yeah, you're not shy.
That's like that's my favorite part of a wedding."
Like, I don't think I can barely remember eating cake at a wedding, and you never miss the cake.
Never.
You never.
Never.
miss the
I love a
cake.
wedding cake.
I'm always like, the wedding cake either wasn't that good because it had the fondant on it, which is disgusting.
I love wedding cake.
Or I just forgot and missed it.
I love wedding cake.
But you always make a point to be
Love
there.
wedding cake. Love wedding cake.
I feel like you're the person who the couple's cutting the cake and they each have a piece, and then you're literally next in line.
Yeah, I'm just a fat boy at heart, so
I mean, I love the dessert. So yeah, pro tip is have some reserved for you for later, whether that's later that night or the next day. At least you'll have it again in case it gets ransacked before you were able to try stuff. Because I want to try one of each thing that we ordered. Everything we tried was amazing. Plus, I want to try all the other new things. And then same for the hors d'oeuvres, the tray passed appetizers during the cocktail reception. So we'll be taking some pictures, signing our marriage license, doing a few things, having just a quick few minutes of alone time, since I heard that people recommend that since you literally have no alone time the entire wedding. So like right after you're married, do that, have your little appetizers. So our wedding planner will get us a couple of each appetizer, our signature drink, and we'll be able to eat that, have our drink, be excited for a little bit with our alone time of being officially husband and wife, and then rejoin the party. So definitely love those little moments because, again, I'm notorious for just getting too caught up in the party and not eating and then being really sad that I missed out on some good food. And then Taylor's like, I had 3. Like, when did you do this? So I'm excited about that. I'm excited to hear. I've been listening to my playlists that I've made for the wedding and getting more excited to hear those live.
So we basically hired a DJ to just press play.
Yes, but he also MCs. He also MCs. And he keeps the flow moving. Yeah, he keeps the vibes going. Obviously, I can't DJ my own wedding, nor do I know how to DJ, but I do know how to make a playlist. So I'm excited for that, though.
DJ Wet Cow will be making an appearance,
DJ
though.
Wet Cow will be making an appearance
at the afters.
I also was thinking how, I was like, wow, this might be, there's been some weddings where I thought the music was pretty good. There's been some weddings where I didn't like the music very much, but I was like, this will be the one wedding where I actually like every single song because guess what?
If he listens to your playlist.
I mean, if he doesn't want to get chewed out and have his aux cord pulled, he's going to play. He's going to play. But it was funny, when I had the last meeting with him, I was like, yes, I've made all these playlists and I made all these instructions, and at the top of each playlist, there's this many songs are the ones I absolutely need to hear, and then the rest are kind of just ideas for other songs that we liked in other artists, just to get an understanding of the vibe, but you don't need to play them. You can just figure out what works best. But he was like, no, he's like, oh, this is great. This is super organized. It's easy to follow. Every playlist is labeled with which time it is. He's like, yeah, totally fine. Like, I'm happy to be as hands-on or hands-off as I need to be. And I was like, this is exactly why I hired you, because that was one of my interview questions, knowing going into this that I was going to drive the music ship quite thoroughly. So I needed someone who would be cool with that, because I do understand that DJs are artists, and sometimes some of them would much rather have freedom to choose. But I feel like in the wedding world, they've probably seen the whole spectrum of people who have no clue what music they want to play to people who are like, you have to play these exact things. So I'm on this end of the spectrum, and I'm glad he's used to it. So there's no fight. I feel like the other guy that I really liked, who said he was all about the music, I don't know if he would have been as cool with me being this strict about what's played.
He probably would have played a good set, though.
Probably still would have played a good set, though, because he did play EDM.
On the opposite side of that, what are you nervous about?
Right now I just have that nervous packing, like trying to make sure, did I forget anything? Is everything on the list? Making sure all the big things, again, like the rings, the marriage license, my dress, all the things are ready to go. Because again, we're not just going to be a couple of minutes away. We're going to be kind of further away. So I just have those nervous butterflies right now. Other than that, I just have nervous excitement, because I think that I'll have butterflies when we're about to walk down the aisle, and I will have a little bit of nervousness about public speaking, just because I always have. So I'm fully accepting that, even though I know I have the safety net of having the words right in front of me, but still a little nervous about that. I feel pretty good about our dance. We've been off and on practicing.
We're gonna nail it.
I'm just a little nervous because right now we haven't really practiced it continuing on. If we
just let the lead, babe. That's all you gotta worry about.
I have a hard time letting him lead because he goes off the rails, and it's like it's hard to lead when I know what it's supposed to be. It's hard to let that go. Because I'm like, no, this is this part. And I know it. And you're getting all crazy.
Just let me do my moves.
Yeah, it's hard for me to let go of that control.
I got the groove. I got the dancing shoes. In my head, I know where I need to be at what point. We're good to go.
Yeah, so I'm hoping we can practice a few more times. The other thing that's just kind of a little nerve-wracking about that is that we've never practiced in that space, and we definitely have never practiced in front of this many people. Our last dance lesson we had, not this weekend, but last weekend, there were a few people there, which was kind of nice because we've only been practicing in front of our dance instructor or just in front of Waffles. So it was kind of nice to have
Waffles is a tough crowd, though.
She is. She'll jump on you.
You don't get it right, she'll jump on you.
She'll take you out. So yeah, that'll be a big change to go from our dance instructor to 150 people, basically.
It's fine. Just eyes on me.
Yeah,
We're good.
eyes on you.
Forget about everything else.
Exactly.
No one else is there.
Yes. And just get used to me laughing at you and us. And I know that we've messed up. But it'll be fun. And we also, what's kind of cool too is our wedding planner had recommended that after the dinner reception, when the guests are moving to the ballroom for the dancing portion of the night, that we stay and have one more private dance with just the two of us, basically. Not choreographed or anything. So I think that'll be also a little meaningful moment.
You have a song picked out for that?
Yeah, I did. So, I mean, it's kind of a repeat of one of the songs we have during our ceremony seating, but it's kind of hard to find a slow enough song that isn't too hard to dance to.
Nice.
So, what are you nervous about?
You showing up to the wedding and not running away.
All right.
No, I mean, I'm not really nervous about anything.
I mean, you've been a pretty cool cucumber, I think, because you also haven't had to do a lot.
I'm not nervous about anything. Just ready to get it going and go out and see what's next in our chapter.
Yeah, that's also kind of crazy to think about. Is the new chapter, because we've already been.
I'm just like sick of people like asking me like, "Are you nervous? Are you nervous?" Like everyone at work is like, "Are you nervous? Are you nervous?" I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm
yeah.
good.
Thankfully, I feel very confident.
Like there's nothing to be nervous about. Like I know who you are. I love you. I've known that you're gonna be my wife for a long time. Like there's just nothing to be nervous about. I'm not scared like you're gonna be like, oh,
which is
last minute, I can't marry him anymore. I'm leaving. Like no, like get out of here.
Which is comforting.
Like come on.
Comforting to not have to stress about that.
Yeah, no, just get it. Let's have a good time.
Yeah, let's do it.
Sandy.
So next week, possibly we'll get all the scoop of how our wedding went.
Yeah, hopefully everyone behaves themselves.
Yeah.
Hopefully we get our security deposit back.
Yeah, hopefully we do have an open bar the entire night, so hopefully people get lit.
Well, we do need to tell our patrons to drink because we do need to get our money's worth.
We want our money's worth.
So
we want
like
you to drink, but we want you to be able to hold it.
Yeah, so like doubles all night long. And if they can't pour you a shot, you just gotta ask the bartender, be like, okay, I'll take a vodka neat.
Straight up.
Yeah, I'll take a vodka. Like
I
think at one of my brother's weddings, my uncle, my dad, and my brothers all up to the bar, and my uncle's like we're doing shots, like, and then he goes to the bartender and he's like, give us six Jameson shots, and the bartender's like, oh, we don't do that, we can't give you shots, and he's like, what? Like, we're paying for this bar, and he's like, I'm sorry, we can't do that, and he's like, fine, give me 6 Jameson neat, and the guy's like, okay, we can do that, and they just poured him 6, Jameson's neat, and they just cheers. And
is neat even with?
No, neat's just 0 ice. Just
so it literally is. Just
it's literally a shot. Yeah, it's like this is like it's probably more liquid than a shot. A shot's 1.5 ounces.
So it's even more than a shot.
So then maybe they pour you a little bit more. I don't know. Yeah. But they just poured it in a glass, and then they're just like, all right, cheers, and just they're back. It's like when you're at a restaurant and they're like, yeah, we don't serve iced coffee, and I'm like, okay, can I just get a cup of ice and then bring your coffee and just pour it in here for me, please?
Yeah. Yeah, that's funny. Find loopholes. Yeah. Find loopholes. Yeah, well, hopefully it doesn't it's a healthy level of crazy. Nothing gets broken.
No, we have all responsible friends that are coming.
Yeah. I think it'll be good. I'm excited. We've only had 2 kind of last minute cancels from more scheduling, kind of scheduling stuff that popped up. So not too bad. So hopefully everyone stays healthy. You can all make it. Yeah, you were sick, last week?
Yeah.
And that was the first time it kind of occurred to me that, oh my gosh, I could get sick during that would be the worst to be sick at your own wedding. Can you imagine the sniffles and the drip and the dry cough?
Yeah.
And you're saying your vows, and I'm trying so hard not to cough, and I have to cough so badly. My eyes are watering. You're crying. It's like, I'm just holding
That'd be
my
miserable.
cough. That would
Just
be
being like
so
congested or sick
miserable.
or oh my
Yeah, because I
god.
mean, especially if it's your wedding, like you can't just reschedule that.
Yeah, you just
That
gotta
would
bear with
suck.
it.
That
Yeah,
would suck.
yeah.
If you've ever been sick at your, well, if you were sick at your own wedding, write in
Sorry.
and tell us how that was, because that sounds super shitty.
Yeah, it sounds awful.
So catching up on the last 2 weeks of you not being here, Tay, we we came out of retirement. Grandma and Grandpa came out of retirement. We went to the club,
Yes.
which was really hard.
Yes. The headliner we saw Above and Beyond didn't come on until midnight.
Yeah, midnight.
And this was on a Friday night.
A nice matcha at like 9 p.m. to try to keep myself awake. I mean, it was also weird to be we watched like 2 movies.
Yeah.
Or 2.5 movies.
No, yeah, almost 2 full movies on Friday night.
Just waiting for the time to leave
because we weren't like pre-gaming or anything.
Yeah,
we just decided that we were just gonna like go in just for Above and Beyond, and then basically Friday night we just hung out, watched 2 movies, and then left our house at 10:30 at night.
Yeah, so we caught a little bit of one of the openers, and she was really good.
Yeah.
And then Above and Beyond came on at midnight. I don't know what time they played till. I don't know if they played till 2 or if they played till 3. We made it till like
1:30.
1:30.
Yeah.
I wanted to stay longer because they just started playing some of their old hits, like the classics, at around 1-ish, 1:15.
Yeah.
And so my mind wanted to stay, but my body was
starting to shut I looked over at you at 1:15, and you were like,
my legs are starting to really, really feel it, and my knees. And we had VIP, but this was actually one of the, I would say, lamer VIPs that we've gotten, which is kind of weird. So the VIP area, like we did get expedited entry.
That was
nice.
Yeah, that was nice. The line was really long.
We were originally standing in a line, but yeah, it was nice to be able to cut the line. And then the VIP area was on the 2nd floor, but because we didn't have a table, it was just behind the tables.
Yeah,
which
it was
was
stupid.
Really awkward to just, and then you kind of felt like you were like the walkway wasn't super big, so we didn't like that. I think you could be at one end, but the end was already full of people. So we ended up just going down to the main area and just being in the crowd, which was nicer anyways, and I could still see.
Yeah.
It wasn't that big of a club. But yeah, unfortunately, my age definitely started catching up to me because I really, really wanted to stay, and I didn't even get to hear Sun and Moon. I've been dying to hear that song for many years. All-time favorite of a Beyond song, but my legs just couldn't do it anymore. I just couldn't. And then one thing that was interesting that we went to recently was we got to go to, there's a new place not too far from us that's like a self-defense
self-defense training. Yeah, United Defense Tactical.
Yeah, so we got to go to an open house for that, and I wasn't really sure. I mean, originally I wasn't going to go with Taylor, and then I decided to go with him. I wasn't really sure what to expect. We met up with one of his friends, and then we did a simulation, which is what kind of a lot of what they teach you for scenarios. And it was really interesting because you go into this room, they have like a full screen projector, and they'll play different scenarios, and you have to act as if it's real. They give you different scenarios. So just for example, Taylor's first scenario was
it's coming home to our apartment, and so United Defense Tactical, it's like a self-defense school that you can be a member of. They teach you how to conceal, carry a weapon, how to defend yourself against knife attacks, how to do.
They teach you some martial arts.
Just different ways to be more situationally aware of your surroundings and what's going on. So if you find yourself in a not so great situation, you'll kind of know how to approach it and how to act.
Yeah.
So the simulations that we're going through is for their concealed carry classes. And the one that I went on was like, you come home to your apartment and there's somebody trying to break into your house. So like, okay, Sarah's home, you're coming home after work, and you find someone trying to break into your house. And so the scene plays out, the person turns around and he like drops a gun, and then you're supposed to react. Like, are you going to pull your weapon? Are you going to to not pull your weapon? Are you gonna yell at him? You know, what are you gonna do? So you have very split second decision making process that needs to go on. So the guy, I came home, he was at the door, I yelled at him, he turned around. As he turned around, the gun dropped on the floor. Then I kind of hesitated. I didn't know if I should pull, because I don't know the rules or laws.
And he wasn't just at the door, he was trying to break into the lock. And
Right.
supposedly I was inside.
And then so as he like fell down to the floor and the gun came out, then that's when I was like telling him to not reach for his gun, don't reach for his gun. And then he reached for it. And as he reached for it, I pulled mine and shot. And then I don't know, I hit him, but he shot first, so he could have hit me. And then they go over the legalities of everything. Like, okay, so since he was trying to break in your house and you turn around, the gun dropped, that's when you can show your weapon and go through there.
Yeah, which is, I liked the legality part too, because sometimes I didn't even think about certain scenarios of when you actually can't, like when you get into some really risky legal areas of pulling that, especially because, I mean, I've only gone to like a gun range once. So my scenario was Taylor's on a business trip. I'm home alone. I hear a noise downstairs. I am legally allowed to have a gun. So I look down the stairs. There's a guy coming around. He starts coming up the stairs. I'm yelling at him to get out, that I'm going to call 911. Don't take another step.
He took a bunch of steps.
Because I was also thinking in my head, like trying to give him a chance. I don't want to have to shoot this person. So I did end up shooting him, but when he replayed it, the guy was like, as soon as he took the first step after you said don't take another step, you should shoot him, because basically you waited till he could be within range to
strike you.
A, take the gun, B, hit me.
Yeah.
He's also much bigger than you. He could he could kill you even without a weapon. So you would have every legal right to do that. But yeah, I just thought it was really interesting how they run you through that. And I think if I went more and got more comfortable with realizing, you basically need to pretend like this is real, which you kind of are, but you're also kind of feeling a little awkward because it's the first time and people are watching you and stuff like that. But I do see the benefit, because I've always wanted to take self-defense classes, especially as someone who listens to a lot of true crime and watches true crime documentaries and things like that. I fully support, especially women, learning self-defense, like learning martial arts to protect themselves. And as someone who's hoping to have kids someday, like that's another stress. Even having Waffles, who's so cute, it's I definitely think it's beneficial to learn, like whether or not I couldn't necessarily see myself ever wanting to have a concealed weapon, but it would even just be good to learn what to do in certain scenarios and how to react.
Because it gets your adrenaline to dump, even though it's just a simulation. Your adrenaline dumps, and when your adrenaline dumps, it's really hard to focus on the task at hand and what you need to do.
And I think I'm in fight, flight, or freeze. I think I would freeze a lot. And so just having some of that experience and having some of the muscle memory, I think could actually just be beneficial. And again, even just getting practice of how to yell at someone aggressively so that they leave you alone or things like that. That just, in the moment, you just don't know what you're going to do. So I definitely could see it was a really interesting experience. And I would definitely be interested in learning more, especially some of like the martial arts stuff that they teach. Again, just to hopefully you never have to do it, but in case you do, like at least I would feel a little bit more confident knowing that I have some skills. And again, just practicing in those situations that you hope you would never be in. But it's just like how you practice, back when we were kids, like earthquake drills and stuff like that. It's like, you hope you never have to use this. And I've barely had to use it, but at least you know what to do in that scenario. So that's cool. So just going quickly through our wins. So last week? Last week I recorded my first solo episode because Taylor was busy at a work event at the Dodgers game. Go Dodgers. And then I also interviewed our wedding planner, Jess, solo. So if you haven't watched that, it's episode 9 from last week. So go catch up on that. It was really fun to have a conversation with her, and it actually felt a lot easier than I expected. Do you
think having this 6 episodes beforehand prepped you for that?
For sure.
And made you a little bit more comfortable?
For sure. for sure. Definitely. I mean, I think every episode I'm getting a little bit more comfortable and a little bit more confident. And then last week I also taught our friend, shout out to Bex, for letting me practice teaching yoga on her. So I did that twice.
What's your percentage at? I think last time we were.
I paused on the percentages because I wanted to practice teaching more than just learning the things. So I kind of split it. So where I was working on the script. So I wasn't doing the
No, for your yoga teacher training.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
I'm saying I paused on learning the core stuff because I wanted to do more teaching.
Well, what did we leave off on? I think last time you were at like
84.
Okay, 84.
And so, but even between my first class teaching my cousin, which I was really nervous, so I just read from my script pretty much verbatim, and I barely looked at her. I was just reading from my computer because I was so nervous. Between that and then my first time teaching my friend last week, huge improvement, I think. And then even between the first and second, I think I just am getting a little bit more confident, a little bit more comfortable. So hopefully that continues to go on, and I after the wedding, hopefully I can complete it pretty quickly, and then I'm hoping that a position might open up at my favorite yoga studio. I at least put my feelers out to just put my hat in the ring, let them know I'm finishing up my training soon, so hopefully something comes of that.
Woo!
And and then my parents were here 2 weeks ago almost, and that visit went well, and the signage came out really well, so thanks to my mom for helping print a lot of the signage that I created for the wedding.
We officially retired her out of the wedding prep business.
Did say that she is officially retiring and not going to help my brother, so glad that we got married first. Yeah, apparently Canva, which is what I was using to create the signage, and her Cricut machine don't totally work well together. It's not a one-to-one where you can just download it from Canva and print it in Cricut. I guess it was a little bit more of a complicated scenario where, for example, like the name cards, there's 100, almost 150. I guess she had to download each individual file and then upload it to her Cricut and print. Yeah, so anyways, it wasn't a one-to-one, and I don't have the Cricut program, so I couldn't design it in Cricut, so it just made it a little complicated, but we got our signage, so yay. And then, I mean, for my fails, I would say meal prep. I mean, I have a lot of fails this week, but meal prep, I somehow made them wrong. Like, I defrosted more meat than we needed, and then I was like, okay, shoot, this is more food than we needed, so I'm going to refreeze some of it, even though I know you're not totally supposed to do that, but it's kind of the only option right now. And somehow
hopefully we don't get sick.
Refroze more meat than I should have, so now we're short. I don't know. And then the chicken and the pork that I made in the sous vide, while it's cooked perfectly because it's sous vide, they are a little bit, I would say, a little bit under-seasoned. I was a little bit shy on the seasoning because the seasoning that I was using had salt in it, and so it's really hard to tell. This is why I like salt-free seasoning, so then you add the salt after and you know exactly how much is going on there. I
usually just go for it.
So I don't know. So yeah, my meal prep hasn't been the greatest. And then I keep missing my Fail Forward Fridays. I really need to I need to be more proactive and write ideas down, because sometimes I just get, writer's block, or whatever they call it, creative block, and I can't think of anything, and then it gets to be Saturday, and then now it was Sunday, and then now it's Monday. So hopefully I'll get back on track with the Fridays at some point. But for you, you went through a medical thing.
Yeah, no, and I'm still going through it.
Yeah.
The insurance company still hasn't gotten back to me. And so basically, to catch people up, I've been dealing with some back issues for like the last 2 years. I've seen different chiropractors. Off and on. But the pain.
Just been suffering.
Yeah, I've kind of just been dealing with it. Because it's like, during the day I'm fine, but in the morning my back is like really, my mid to lower back is very tight. And it just is very painful. Like I feel like I need to like hunch over and like stretch. Like right now I can like feel super tight in my back when I do that. But anyways, went to the doctor, got went into the doctor's, talked to him. Within the first 5, I think I was in total talk with the doctor was like 9 to 10 minutes. He was in the room with me, and within that 9 to 10 minutes, he prescribed me a 90-day supply of muscle relaxers. And I'm like, no, I don't want the muscle relaxer. Like, I just want to figure out what's wrong, and then we can like move forward with a plan.
Yeah, that's like just a Band-Aid. That's
Right. It's not going to fix anything. And then he's like, well, okay, well, we should get you into some physical therapy. And I'm like, yeah, great. Like, I want that. But don't you think we should get an MRI first so we know exactly what we're dealing with, so then we can diagnose the issue a lot, more efficiently? He said, well, yeah, we can get you an MRI, but we should get you into physical therapy. So I'm like, okay, can we let's put the MRI into insurance? So he puts the MRI into insurance. And then 2 weeks later, the insurance company gives me a call and they're like, oh, we're denying you the MRI. And I'm like, what? And then the denial, it's like, you haven't seen the doctor for enough time, i.e. 6 weeks. You haven't taken medication to help with it for 6 weeks, or you haven't been to physical therapy for 6 weeks to help with it. And I'm like, that seems so backwards. I'm like, why would I want to go through all these things and pay all this money when I can just guessing what's wrong, when I can just go straight to an MRI and they're like, okay, here's what we see on an MRI. Right. Now let's create a rehab plan to get you back into business.
With the data.
Right.
Yeah.
But no, it's not the way that they want to do it. And then secondly, I went back. Okay. So then I was like, the insurance company called, or the doctor's office called me, because I called them and I was like arguing with them. And I'm like, hey, can we just like have the doctor call the insurance company and have a peer-to-peer discussion with them and tell them exactly what I want? And they're like, well, yeah, we can do that, but you need to come back into the doctor to tell him that's what you want to do. And I'm like, okay, so I had to pay for a $135 copay to see the doctor to begin with. Plus I paid for x-rays. The x-rays didn't do anything. So that was like $500. And now I have to come back to the doctor again and pay another $135
you have to make another appointment
to talk to the doctor for another 10 minutes to tell him this is my action plan.
Yeah.
They're like, well, yeah, unfortunately, that's kind of what we have to do. So I'm like,
they really just charge you.
I'm like, oh my God. So not only do I have to like take time off work again, I have to go back to the doctor and tell him like, this is what I want to do.
Yeah, and pay for the appointment.
Pay for the appointment. And I was literally in there for 10 minutes. And the whole time he's just looking down at his paperwork and he's just going, like, what are you even writing? Like, I don't even know what you're writing. Like, it's so frustrating. But I still haven't heard. I went to the doctor last week and haven't heard back yet. So I'm gonna call the insurance company tomorrow and say, hey, or the MRI place and be like, hey, what's going on? Have you gotten anything back from insurance? They're probably gonna say no. It's probably gonna take another 2 weeks. That's 4 weeks that I've already gone through. But that's my fail.
It's so frustrating. And I think because we've watched those, what are they called? Not documentaries, but
docuseries.
Docuseries.
Yeah, about like the opiate addiction. And
yes, and like.
Granted, I don't think muscle relaxers has any sort of addiction properties because it's not like an opiate that hits your like opioid receptors in your brain. So I don't think it has that addiction aspect of it. But still, I don't want to be like popping muscle relaxers every single night because the doctor's like, yeah, it's gonna make you sleep better. Well, yeah, it's making me sleep better because I'm sedated. Like I'm like relaxed. Like I'm not gonna be in a deep sleep.
Which is why I used to love to take, before I knew taking Benadryl was kind of bad. I liked that I got really, I felt like I got really, really deep sleep, but I just got sedated sleep.
Yeah, it's not recovery and sleep that you need.
Right. The only time I've seen someone take muscle relaxers was in this old movie from the 80s. I think it was 16 Candles or something. And the sister takes it right before she's about to walk down the aisle, and then she's literally like, can barely walk down the aisle because she took all these muscle relaxers. She was nervous and somebody gave it to her.
Maybe I need to take some for our wedding.
That's the only thing I could think of.
Maybe I need to go pick up this. Maybe I need to go pick up the prescription at CVS before the wedding.
But I mean, yeah, it's kind of crazy how that's the first.
And then he's like, yeah, I was like, because I was asking about like the potency and like how long the effects are, and then he's like, oh, you'll be fine. Just take. I'm like, because I get up early in the morning to get my day started, and he's like, oh, just take it early in the night, you'll be good. He's like, I take one every night, and I wake up at 7 a.m. for brain surgery or for surgery, and I'm like, I don't think I'd want to have you do back surgery if that's what you're taking every night.
Really?
Like, you like half asleep when you're doing your
Yeah.
surgery. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So I just think it's our system is very backwards that they're like, here, let's just take all this other stuff for it. So let's first figure out what the problem is.
It's the insurance companies not wanting to
Yeah.
spend the money.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
It would have probably been like
But
cheaper.
wouldn't you have to pay
It
for
probably would have
stuff?
been cheaper if I would have just gone and like gotten an MRI and just paid out of pocket. Like the amount of time that it's cost me dealing,
Right.
my time,
And the
was
pain.
money, the pain that I've been the
Yeah.
last like, and the $500 doctor appointment
Yeah.
plus a $100. I'm probably at the cost of an MRI right now. If I would have just paid for it out of pocket,
Probably.
probably like $1,200 or something like that, $1,500 max. But that's where we're at.
Stressful. Well, I hope that your back feels good for the wedding.
It'll be fine.
That sucks. And hopefully we can get you resolved. Since you need to be a Disney dad. You need to be able to carry 1 to 2 kids.
I'll tell you right now, I can't go on the Matterhorn right now because
The
that
Matterhorn?
that jolted
I
me
can't.
around.
The Matterhorn, that ride, it feels like you're in a laundry machine just getting jostled around. It hurt my back. And I don't even have back problems.
Yeah, that
And there's no cushion
Yeah,
either.
that
It's
hurt.
like one of the oldest rides.
Yeah, that
It's
hurt.
just like metal railings.
that hurt.
Well, what is our exciting news other than our wedding?
We're gonna meet our dog next week.
We're gonna meet pup number 2. We're just going straight into it. Basically, wedding finishes, then we're gonna go visit pup number 2.
And this is more like a fate. Like this dog, like we had to
This is all about fate.
Yeah,
Who we end up with because we're the 3rd pick for the female.
And there's only 3 of them.
females, So that means she'll be basically the only one that was.
we're probably just gonna get like the runt. Just like
Which is probably okay. 'Cause
Yeah.
Waffles kind of ended up the biggest.
yeah.
I wonder how big she is compared to her siblings now. I wish we could have been able to keep in touch with her siblings.
How heavy was she at the vet today? 54 pounds, you said?
Yeah, she's been pretty solidly 55. Little, plus or minus, but pretty solidly 55
Nice.
now that she's pretty much stopped growing. Which we were kind of scared for a little bit that she was going to be really, really big.
Yeah,
But
we were
she
thinking
was-
like 60 to
She was
70.
the biggest pup when we brought
Yeah.
her home. So, yeah, I guess, we're pretty excited about that. It's kind of crazy that we're going from, wedding chaos and then...
Yeah, we're literally getting
straight
married
into-
on the 18th and we're picking up the dog on the 1st.
Yeah, just straight into puppyhood again, which I was saying, obviously we don't have kids, but I've heard that a lot of times you forget how crazy pregnancy and childbirth was, and you kind of forget about it, and that's when you're ready to have your next one. And I feel like that's kind of how we are with Waffles. Like, it felt like puppyhood wasn't going to ever end, and she was extra crazy, and now we've kind of forgotten about how hard it was. She actually was, to be fair, a really, really easy pup. So I hope
Super
we're
easy.
just as lucky with the second pup, because we might have gotten a little too confident with Waffles. And yeah, we're just going right back into it.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for tuning in to episode 10 of Not Fully Qualified.
We'll make it to episode 11, hopefully.
Yeah, we will. We have to. We have to dip without the wedding.
Ooh, Dodgers are about to win. Game number 2.
Nice. If you enjoyed this episode, please like, review, subscribe, and share with a friend who might be interested in it.
You can find us at Not Fully Qualified on YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, or Apple Podcasts, and Instagram.
Yes. And if you have any stories you want us to share and possibly read on the podcast, with any wins, fails, anything, any adulting funny stories, you can email us at notfullyqualified@gmail.com.
So thanks for tuning in to Not Fully Qualified.
See you next time. I don't know what my line is supposed to be, but see you next time.